And if you look at the top right graph, when we loaded the data in, we loaded the data at an average of 800 megabytes per
So
second.
you can actually practice using the Google Cloud that we are going to create the
That's
data.
amazing. That's crazy fast.
So nowadays, you may see a lot of the NoSQL data. They claim they attack and they solve the problem of the cap theorem. So it's consistent as well as the partial tolerance and the available. It looks like a fantastic. But behind there is the technology and something the reason. So it's a very interesting. If you see the why, the for example spanner can address such a thing, how to do that. So we will see the more details later. And I think that pretty much we covered most of the big today. Okay, then based on this idea, the couple of more minutes. So in our project, not this one. Where is it? Yes. So by the basically two parts. First task is you are going to select one NoSQL database and research on what are they and what is the characteristic and so on. Then the second part, for the selected database, so you are going to implement, install, and model and insert the data. Then using the program language and their API, connect the database and like the web application or something data analytics, visualization, and so on. This is the second part. So to do that, first you need to select the NoSQL database. How do I get? How do I find? So you can go to this is one of the popular website that lists of as many NoSQL database as possible. You can see the list of the NoSQL database currently more than the 225. Some of them are very popular, like the Hadoop HBase is very popular. The NoSQL database, Cassandra is also very popular, and then Cloudera, and these are the very popular NoSQL database. Even, for example, if you see the Informix, IBM Informix, where is IBM Informix? Yeah. Sometimes some of the relational database they claim that they support the NoSQL database, right? So because it's very flexible, the definition of the NoSQL database. So you can select one of these, okay? But then inform me as soon as possible. Just the name of the NoSQL database, then link to that website, okay? Not this website, this link, but the NoSQL database website. Then I'd like to see if the CouchDB, MongoDB, those are very popular, already researched a lot. So please take a look at the previous example, the project. Then not to select such the popular database that are the researched before. Instead, some interesting, okay? So why don't you go over and a little bit spend time whether they support the installer. Some of the DBMS does not provide the install the program, so you need to go over. Then inform me through the Canvas message. Please use the Canvas message. That's the fastest way. And I'm going to reply if that is selected, and I'm going to update on the Canvas, the first page. Yes. Whenever I approve, I'm going to update the approved database, the name here, name and the NoSQL database, and what kind of model, like the object-oriented pattern. So key value document, even though you do not know what are they, but you can see the characteristic category of them. If you do not know, you don't have to, because I'm going to balance, okay? Not all the column-based or key value, we'd like to select the NoSQL data, the graph database and so on, and the link. So I will list update whenever I approve. So due date of this is by the September 14th is the next week, the Friday. So you have around 10 days. So
That's to select the
yeah, just to select. Okay. So please if your selected database is approved, you can start for the phase 2. Phase 2 is just nothing but the research on for this kind of information. That will be October 5th. This is the August. September. So we have 2 more weeks. Oh, right. This makes sense. I thought it is the August. Okay. Any question regarding to the project phase 1? I'm going to decide whether second task will be the group project or the individual project. Okay, based on your selected database and research. Also, I'm going to have the presentation at the end of phase 2. Okay. Any question? Okay. Yes.
If we can select any cloud-based NoSQL.
Yeah, whatever. Yes. So some of them, couple of teams before select the NoSQL database only running on the DynamoDB. DynamoDB is already done. Okay. So it's very popular. Also, I'm going to introduce DynamoDB in this class. But if you can find other NoSQL database running on the cloud, it's also possible. Any others?
There's a reading assignment also.
Oh yeah, reading assignment. Good question. Reading assignment is I'd like to give you you guys to read the technical paper. It's not easy to understand each and every line of what the idea and so on, but to improve your reading comprehension on the technical paper, so I assigned this one. So basically what you guys need to do is after you read the paper, then understand as much as possible. Sometimes you need to search the Google, sometimes you need to search the other reference cited, then summarize what you understand from the paper. I don't ask you to propose the new idea or attack their idea. Instead, try to understand their idea, then describe, summarize such idea. Do not copy and paste. It's with your own words, because I try to see whether you guys understand the content or how much. So then, second thing is when you submit the summary of what you read, is the second thing from the reading assignment is formatting. So I'm going to ask you guys to use the I2Pre format. Okay? Then please follow the format, technical paper formatting, like the introduction and numbering and author information, your information, and the title and reference, citation. Please follow. It's to improve your writing skill. Okay, so please use either I2Pre, second a 2-column format or ACN. The format is also possible. Okay. Any questions? 2 pages maybe enough. No more than 2 pages. When is the due? I think it's the next week. So I extend the due date next week. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, after 5-minute break, so we will have the GCP lab.